Very good morning to Mr. Mageshwaran. My name is Nuna Shira binti Rafi'i. Metric number 151549. We start the presentation with the definition of e-learning. E-learning is a structured course or learning experience delivered electronically, can also include performance support content. There are also different elements that can make up an e-learning program, such as live or pre-record lecture content, video, simulation, game activity, and other interactive elements. E-learning has two ways to convey a teaching and learning objective. First, asynchronous learning is at a set space where students will follow the course themselves. Asynchronous learning program may include lecture and video content, pre-record video, visual and text, knowledge, quizzes, simulation, game, and other interactive elements. Second, synchronous learning referred to instructor-led synchronous online learning or online training. This exercise typically use web conferencing or visual classroom platform that other features such as slide or screen sharing, as well as interaction tools such as chat, poll, and screen annotation. The tool of learning that we choose is Interactivity. Interactivity is a tool that can create visually stimulating e-learning experience without any programming. Interactivity also let you to build micro-learning experience in minutes that can be published and used independently or with your favorite authoring tools. Interactivity has an intuitive and user-friendly interface that does require any kind of programming or triggers. It is powerful enough for a novice course creators. You can just customize interaction with your contents. Interactivity application has the concept of e-learning, which is synchronous learning and asynchronous learning. In relation to the concept for asynchronous learning, Interactivity is a platform that has a mix of fun game, quick quiz, and good display for in-session or homework activity. In fact, Interactivity also allows teachers to use web conferencing that offers features such as slide or screen sharing, where this feature allows asynchronous learning to take place. Interactivity is designed for teachers, professors, and trainers using online video platform to deliver virtual classes. Teachers can conduct learning sessions by using games, quiz, and other facilities to enable teachers to achieve learning objectives. At the same time, refers to the purpose of synchronous learning. Interactivity application has many interesting displays such as panning slide, layered display, horizontal parallax, and others. Students can use this advantage to produce display when they want to perform tasks such as slide production, presentation, and so on. Teaching and learning session will continue with the availability of e-learning facilities in the Interactivity application. It refers to knowledge and intellectual abilities. This connected domain aim to engage what students are learning and how they use it in their mind. Through this, students are be able to collect and process information in a meaningful ways. The connective domain encompasses 6 categories that include knowledge, understanding, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Through e-learning Interactivity app, students can generate understanding through what they learn in this app. For example, they need to find and play so that they can answer some of the questions given. This effective domain aims to accomplish ideas such as how students interact with other students and their feeling about their performance. In fact, the attitude of the students is also important, as it is the result after the learning process. Especially, it is very much related about the feeling whether they are learning the spirit of sport or not. The effective domain encompasses 5 categories that include receive, responding, evaluating, organizing, and characterizing. Through the Interactivity app, students can also interact with other students. For example, they can compete in answering quiz provided in the Interactivity apps. The psychomotor domains is demonstrated with both manual and physical skills. The psychomotor domains aims to involve how students move their bodies to perform the expected results, train their bodies to perform proper movements, and develop a healthy lifestyle. The psychomotor domains encompass 7 categories that include perception, set, guide, response, mechanism, complex overt response, adaptation, and origin. Interactivism is a learning theory that recognizes the evolution of ever-changing learning networks, their complexity, and the role technology plays in learning networks through the simplification of existing learning networks and the creation of new learning networks. For example, the Interactivity Application is an application that uses increasingly advanced technological facility.
Hi, my name is Norzulaika Amira binti Zaidi and my metric number is 152276. I will continue our presentation with learning theories. There were 3 learning theories that we got from this interactivity game, which is cognitive, behaviorism, and social learning. Cognitive learning theory investigates how people think, which is understanding how we learn require an understanding of mental process. Cognitive theory recognizes that learners can be influenced by both internal and external factors. Jean Piaget is a seminal figure in cognitive psychology, and his work focuses on environments and internal structure and how they influence learning. Cognitive theory has evolved over time with sub-theories focusing on specific aspects of learning and understanding. At its most basic, cognitive theory proposes that both internal thought and external force play an important role in the cognitive process. And as students gain a better understanding of how their thinking influences their learning and behavior, they gain more control over it. Students are influenced by cognitive learning theory because their understanding of their thought process can help them learn. Teachers can provide opportunities for students to ask questions, make mistakes, and think out loud. These strategies can assist students in understanding how their thought process works and applying this knowledge to create better learning opportunities. For behaviorism, the idea behind behaviorism learning theory is that how a student behaves is determined by their interaction with their environment. It implies that internal force rather than external force influence and teach behaviors. Since the 19th century, psychology has been developing the concept of behaviorism, of observable and quantifiable psychology based on behavioral learning theory. Positive reinforcement is a popular component of behaviorism. Classical conditioning observed in Pavlov's dog's experiment suggests that behaviors are directly motivated by the reward available. Positive reinforcement can be used by teachers in the classroom to help students learn a concept more effectively. As a result of the behaviorism theory, students who receive positive reinforcement are more likely to retain information in the future. For social learning, this theory is based on the idea that children learn from observing others by acting on or not acting on what they see. In the early 1960s, Albert Bandura developed this learning theory and he conducted the bubble doll experiment in which he studies children's behavior after watching an adult act aggressively with a doll-like toy. He observed how the children react when the adult was rewarded, punished, or not punished after they attacked the doll. Bandura published this finding in 1977, detailing social learning theory and how it affected student behavioral development. Social learning theory is comprised of 4 components, which is attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. Teachers have a very powerful tool in their arsenal if they use social modeling based on these elements to effectively guide their students to be more active in their learning, pay more attention, and channel their energy into their school. There were 3 instructional model platforms, which is engagement, elaboration, and evaluation. For engagement, through the use of short activities that promote curiosity and elicit prior knowledge, the teacher or a curriculum task assess the learner's prior knowledge and assist them in become engaged in a new concept. The activity should connect previous and current learning experience, expose prior belief, and organize student thinking toward the learning outcome of current activities. For example, this activity game will build curiosity in students when they play this game and will indirectly make students more interested to knowing the answer in the subject. For elaboration, teachers challenge their students' conceptual understanding and skills. Students gain a deeper and broader understanding, more information, and appropriate skills as a result of new experience. Students put their knowledge of the concept into practice by participating in extracurricular activities. For example, when teachers apply this activity game in teaching and learning, teacher can assess students' understanding about what they have learned and their understanding about the topic that have been taught. For evaluation, the evaluation phase helps students to analyze their understanding and abilities and allow teachers to measure student progress toward meeting educational objectives. Through this activity game, teachers can assess students' comprehension in understanding the topics that have been taught and indirectly able to assess the achievement of learning objectives. That's all from us. Thank you.